So for today's look, I am going to be trying something that I typically do not do, but Charlotte Tilbury assures me that I will absolutely look beautiful and sexy and that I can do this. And so if Charlotte Tilbury tells me that I can, I know I can. Before I start, I just want to say thank you so much. At last check, my subscriber count was at 101. So as per what I did mention previously in some of my uploads and on my Instagram account, which if you are not aware, my Instagram is word to your mom, I'm the bomb, all one word. In any case, once I reached 100 subscribers, I would be having a giveaway. So all you have to do is be subscribed to my channel, and I would love to hear your thoughts on how I did on this feline flick look that I'm going to do today. So yeah, it's not so much a contest, it's just a thank you, and I will be giving a prize away to one subscriber. So yeah, let's get started on that. I'll talk more about the giveaway as we go, but I'm just going to look at my viewfinder. I need to make sure I'm under 20 minutes this time because this is the third time that I've recorded this, and one of the uploads was too long, and so it didn't work. So let's just get started. Today for my song, I will be doing Right Here Waiting by Ruptured Marx. And I will be attempting the feline flick as per Charlotte Tilbury's instructions. Please bear with me if I mess up. I never do any liner like that because I do have hooded eyes, but I will zoom you in as I go. And yeah, so fingers crossed. Oceans apart, day after day, and I slowly go insane. I hear your voice on the line, but it doesn't stop the pain. If I see you next to never, how can we say forever? Wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you. Whatever it takes, or how my heart breaks, I will be right here waiting for you. Liner and singing. Whew! I took for granted all the times that I thought would last somehow. I hear the laughter, I taste the tears, but I can't get near you now. Oh, can't you see it, baby? You've got me going crazy. Wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you. Whatever it takes, or how my heart breaks, I will be right here waiting for you. I wonder how we can survive this romance, but in the end, if I'm with you, I'll take take the chance. Wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you. Whatever it takes, or how my heart breaks, I will be right here waiting for you. Okay, so as per Charlotte's instructions on a tutorial that I watched, I have lined my upper lash line, and I have also done my inner corner a little bit. So I'm supposed to make this go down just slightly. So I'm going to try that. And I did watch a tutorial. I will insert some of the footage at some point just so you could see what I'm talking about. So I'm just working on that inner corner. Kind of like, you know, that little lion type look. If you're into art at all and you ever draw a cat eye or a lion's eye and you make this go down just a little bit. I don't want to do mine too intensely. But yeah, so I'm going to leave it like that for now. Now I'm going to clean everything up afterwards, but here we go. I'm going to work on the outer corner as per Charlotte's instructions. I normally, like I said, don't do a cat eye or a feline flick because I do have hooded eyes and it's a lot of effort and I don't necessarily always think it looks great, but Charlotte assures me that I'm going to look amazing. So I'm going with this. Okay, so as per Charlotte's instructions, I'm looking head on in my mirror right now. And from my lower lash line, I'm going to make a dot right here. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I need to pull this just a little bit, just so I could get to that line. And I think I'm going to go downwards as opposed to upwards because when I pull my liner up, it skips. And if you don't know what it means to have a liner skip, then you're lucky. Okay, so I'm going to keep going with that. And then Charlotte also recommended having some Q-tips and moisturizer on hand just to clean up afterwards. So that is what I will do. My plan for my feline flick is to actually go over this black liner with a little more of a brownish shadow after, because I don't want that harsh black line. Charlotte also recommends doing your lower lash line, which I will do. I'm feeling a little bit nuts right now, guys. I have to admit, I have a feeling I'm going to mess this up. But if I don't believe, I won't achieve. So I need to believe I can do this. Whew! Okay, just going to get closer to the lash line here. So while I'm doing this, I will talk to you. I had recorded a video and it didn't work. As I mentioned, I recorded a couple. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side and then I'm going to do the bottom. Okay. So what I had talked about in my upload that didn't work, or my recording that didn't work, is that I have been in an air boot or an air cast since Saturday, which just passed. And what had happened was my husband and my 3 kids and I had gone to Sky Zone. Red flag, red flag, red flag right there. And I was having the greatest time. I was doing forward flips into the foam pit. I was jumping on the trampolines. Again, I say I was having a great time, and I was. Now, I then saw my husband and my kids go to the warp wall, which is kind of like if you've ever watched American Ninja Warrior, I think it's called. It's a curved wall, and they typically do that at the end and run up this curved wall and touch a buzzer to indicate that they've finished the course. So they have one of these at Sky Zone, and I did it. I did it one time successfully. I was really proud of myself. And there's a pole to slide down after, like a fireman's pole, and I fully pulled a J-Lo, twirling down that pole, And again, great time. Now, here is the problem, ladies and gentlemen. I was then, after that, watching my 4-year-old at the toddler area, and he was just on a little trampoline, and he was throwing little foam squares and bouncing balls. And my husband and my daughters continued on at the warp wall. Now, that didn't, affect me too much. However, in the line, I then saw a woman get in the line, and I would assume that she was a couple years younger than me, probably a very nice woman. And she attempted the warp wall one time and did not make it. Now, here's where I'm not very proud of myself. My pride got the best of me, and I then decided to attempt the warp wall a second time and to show this woman, hey, someone a little bit older is capable of doing this. And so I was in front of the woman in line. I went up for the second time, got halfway up the wall. As I got halfway up the wall, I felt as if someone pulled their leg back, almost like a football kick when they're trying to score through the uprights, and hoofed me in the back of the leg. After that happened, I immediately heard pop. And I turned around as I was now coming down the wall on a good leg and looked to see who the heck had kicked me. Only everyone was still in line and no one had kicked me. What had happened was, and I found out later, so right now, just I'm just following Charlotte's tutorial. I can link the video down below. I'm doing everything she said to do. She did it on a model. So anyways, as I found out later, I had ruptured my Achilles tendon. And I think I'm going to zoom out just a little bit because when I bend down, I notice that sometimes it's going off camera. But so I came back down from the wall in severe pain. I immediately wiggled my toes because something inside of me said, wiggle your toes, make sure that nothing's broken. And I could wiggle my toes, so I knew that nothing was broken. And that gave me some slight relief. And so what I assumed had happened was, okay, you know what? You're getting up there in years. You're no spring chicken. But I had assumed I had possibly just had a very, very intense sprain and that I would have to ice it, go home, relax for the weekend, and then everything would be better. I've played a lot of competitive sports my whole life, and so I know that ankle injuries, leg injuries, you just get sprains, you ice them, everything's good. Well, the pain started intensifying, and I said to the gentleman who was running the area that I was at, which was the warp wall, I said, I think you're going to have to get in touch with someone. I have injured myself very, very badly. I can tell. So he radioed his manager, who was a young girl, and she came over. And I explained to her what had happened. I said I would like some ice. She went and got me some ice. So I did ice. And again, I was kind of thinking, this is going to be a sprain. This is going to be a sprain. Everything's going to be great. I'm just looking for a shadow to put over top of that right now prior to putting on mascara. And anyway, she got me the ice. As I rested the ice on top, the pain got progressively worse. I'm taking Omega by MAC to smudge over top of that before I clean up and apply mascara. And in any case, as I said, the pain got progressively worse. My kids were freaking out. My husband was worried. I felt like a goof because I was that person, that older person who gets injured at the trampoline park and has to be taken out by ambulance. That was me. I was embarrassed. But anyways, it was getting progressively worse. I said, I think you're going to have to call an ambulance because I cannot get out of here on my leg. I can't move. So she radioed or called 911. The ambulance came. They took me to the hospital. That's where I found out I had ruptured my Achilles tendon. And so I've been in an air cast now. I have a knee scooter being delivered to my house this afternoon so that I can get around because this has been horrible. It's been mentally really challenging because you try to keep positive, but the thing is you're laying around doing nothing all day because you don't want to re-injure yourself. And I am aware that this type of injury, if not taken care of and if not observed the healing process properly, you can do a lot of damage or further damage to yourself. And I really don't want that. So it's been tough. I've been off work for the week. I've had an occasional teacher in my room, which has been tough because I really do love to be there with my kids. But what can you do? My daughter's been home helping to take care of me because there are certain things I simply cannot do by myself. But yeah, back to a positive. I'm just curling my lashes right now, and then I'm going to apply the Milani Highly Rated. Back to a positive. It has this week allowed me time to contribute more to the YouTube community. So I've had more time to be viewing a lot of the uploads from the subscriptions, the uploaders, the YouTubers that I'm subscribed to, which is great. And I've been able to comment a lot more on their videos. And so I honestly feel that has allowed me to connect with a lot more people, and that's why my subscriber count has gone up. And so, I guess there's a silver lining in everything. And if I also want to remain positive, it was my left leg that I suffered the injury on. And had it been my right, I would not be allowed to drive at all. So, again, silver lining, right? But you know what? I have to admit to you, I'm really, really disappointed in myself for letting my pride get the best of me. If I hadn't wanted to, and in essence, I'm sorry, but that's what it was. If I hadn't wanted to show that other woman up, this never would have happened. So I feel like a little bit inside it almost serves me, right? Karma. Not that anyone deserves pain or not that anyone deserves an injury, but I should have known better. I should have been supportive rather than wanting to show off. So, lesson learned. Okay, so I'm just applying another coat of mascara. I probably will apply one more coat on the other side too. Who knows, maybe even one more on this side. We'll see. So the Feline flick, how am I feeling about it? I'm going to zoom you out in a moment. I like it. I have a feeling if I wore this to work or out for the day, I'm going to zoom you out, that it would transfer, possibly. It would move around. But do I feel pretty? Yes. Do I feel a little bit risque? Yes. Yes, I do. So I just want to acknowledge the fact that this does look really nice, in my opinion. We'll see as the day wears on. Maybe I'll take pictures as the day wears on to see if it moves a lot or if it slides all over the place. I find for me, one of the things I struggle with is getting the black liner in my tear ducts, and then it kind of cakes there and gets gucky. Anyways, hopefully you've enjoyed this. Please feel free to comment down below, and I will be holding my giveaway soon. Thank you to all my OG subscribers, to my new subscribers. Have a wonderful day. Bye.